You know, if you think about it, most people think of life in only two sides. There's side A or there's side B, and that's it. And let me tell you what side A is. Side A is the one that we're all taught. It's society standards. Like, do good in high school, get good grades, do good on the ACT or SAT test, go to college, get a good job, work your way up, and one day you'll retire with the gold watch. I mean, that's the quote unquote right way. And that's what society breeds us to do. And that's a path that a lot of people take. But the problem with that is you end up stuck. And you're locked into something that because you've put in all this time and amounted all this debt, that you're imprisoned on what you thought was the right path. And it's no fault of yours. That's just what our parents did. This is what society tells us to do. And we get so locked in with these sunk costs that we're just like, oh, well. And we just make the best of it. Because God forbid, should you walk away from something, middle finger it, and be like, I'm going to do it my way. Because then you have to explain that to people. And they're like, oh, my God, are you crazy? And, you know, my wife, as I'm talking this out, she did just that. She did what society, what her parents expected her to do. Go to college. Okay, she got an undergrad. And then she said, okay, well, what next? Well, she went back and got her master's of science. And now she owns her own business. It's got nothing to do with that. That's what I'm talking about. God bless her for even like taking the stance and saying, yes, I have an undergrad, I have a master's, but that's not what I want to do. And she started her own business. Good news is, like I tell her all the time, best news of the day, you always have that master's degree to fall back on. You have it. She'll probably never use it. So that's one side, option A, side A in life. But then you have side B in life. And it's the antithesis to side A. Do good in high school, score well in the ACT or SAT, go to college, get a great job, retire. And then side B rejects all of that. They're like middle finger to the world. Like, fuck the system, fuck society. I'm going to do it my way. No rules, no structure, yet no expectations either. And at first, bro, when you talk about that, like people see that and they're like, oh my God, yeah. I mean, somewhere in us, we say that. It feels like, it looks like freedom, but you're just lost because you end up bouncing around because you don't have any direction. There's no consistency to what you're doing. So you're not free at all, man. You're just lost. So here's the quandary we're under, right? Side A is too rigid. The school lineage, college, good job, retire with the gold watch. Side B is reckless. Like you're just a bum, lost, a mooch, couch surfing, borrowing money from people. And this is where we have it all wrong. There's more than two sides to life. There's not just a side A, nor a side B. There's a side C. And that's what I want to bring this to your attention. Let me tell you what side C is. Side C in life is you don't have to follow society's plans, yet you don't drift either. You build your own life, But here's the caveat. You build it with intention. You could be bold. You could be creative. You could do it your way. But bro, let me tell you something. You got to have direction. And you've got to have a plan. And when I say a plan, I'm not saying you have to have it all figured out. You don't. As a matter of fact, I don't expect you to. I don't want you to. Because if you have a well-conceived plan before you even venture out, you've actually just slid into side A in life again. Rigid, conform, society standards. You have. You just may title it something different. It's like you have a side A and a half. And we got to stick to this side C. Okay, the side C, do it your way. Be free. But you must have intentionality and a plan. Now, if you don't have a plan, and if you don't fully know what that plan is, again, I'm good with that. As a matter of fact, I don't want you to have it all well conceived because you're probably limiting yourself and boxing yourself in when you don't know life has the best in store for you. She really does. You just don't realize it yet. And sometimes it could be based on your past or your present environment that you think life has it out for you. Absolutely not. Life has her best intentions for you. But you won't be able to receive that if you don't have an intention and a plan or at least a direction, and you align your life, everything that you do every single day aligns with that direction. And you have an intention about what your life looks like. As you move, here's the crazy thing about it. I'm living proof. As you move in that direction, the plan begins to reveal itself. I just did an episode on this. I don't believe, it's the previous episode actually, I don't believe that life is going to reveal everything to you all at once. She's going to give you just enough to take the next step. And also just enough, in the final seconds when you think you're about to go under and poof, you have just enough to take that next step, which becomes part of your plan. It's crazy. But I can't adequately explain that to you. You have to experience it for yourself. And there's a freedom to that. There's a confidence to that. And here's what's crazy as I was thinking this out this morning. From the outside, it looks like that you're reckless. The people, like you just, double middle finger, fuck the world, Tupac, me against the world kind of thing. No, it's not that at all. From the outside, it looks like that. But when you have an intention and plan, let me put it this way, the people who are successful, who have this freedom about them, and they're just kind of doing it their own way, they have a plan and intention. They may not just sit there and explain it to everybody, because why? Society is the noise. Because it's just noise. Society is the noise, bro. And sitting there wandering around trying to explain shit to people that don't understand because they're in a side A in life, they're just following the lineage of go to school, do well, get great test scores, go to college, get a good job. The people who are successful and creative and bold and do it their way, they don't pay attention to what you got going on. They just pay attention to the signal because they have an intention. As crazy as it sounds, as outlandish as it sounds. I think I heard something yesterday when Elon Musk started SpaceX. I think he was like 34 years old. What in the hell were you doing at 34 years old? Going against NASA? My God. But he had an intention and a plan, at least an idea, and as crazy as it sounded, he just iterated along the way. He picked up pieces, challenged things along the way. He didn't pay attention to all that other bullshit. And that's what I'm talking about with you. Let me tell you something. Wherever you are in life right now, you cannot be this wandering generality, but you also don't have to choose side A and follow the path that everybody expects you to follow. Do it your way, but you must have a plan and intention to that. The TikToks and the Instagram reels will tell you, oh yeah, fuck the world. They'll tell you that. But the ones who actually seem like they reject society, they're not rejecting society at all. They're just not even paying attention to them. They have a plan and intention to that. Look, I'm living proof. I'm the only one in my family who didn't finish college. And I had a full scholarship. Just didn't really fully work for me. And I bumbled along with no intention, no plan for a while. Until finally, I put the foot down, read my first book at 25 about sales and said, I'm getting into sales. And I've followed that plan ever since. And I keep iterating. And it has expanded in ways that I couldn't have even conceived years ago. My point to it is, even if you've gone, you've got all this investment made. My wife's living proof. I'm living proof. You can, and I'm not saying be reckless about it. You can sit down, and that's what I really want you to do. Sit down and address what's your intention and what's your plan. And if you don't have a plan, align your intention with the direction. Pair your intention with your direction. Pair those two together and align your actions every single day to head in that direction. And beautifully, life's going to reveal the plan to you. Just step by step. All right? Keep it simple. Keep it moving. Never settle. Stay tough. Peace.